August 1st, 2022, Deboulay, first instructional video on air quality. Very important topic. I could speak on it for probably an hour, and I'm going to try to do it in 5 minutes to keep your attention. This triangle is on the Facebook page. It's created by a man named Maslow. 5 different colors mean there are 5 different levels that kids have to pass through. We have to pass through as adults. And each level is a set of particular needs in a category. So you have to get those needs met to get to the next, to get to the next, to get to the next. So for education, kids need to be in the yellow and the green section in order to be able to truly learn optimally. And if they have not gotten their needs met on those bottom 2 layers, then education is not working the way that it should be working, no matter how hard the teacher tries or no matter what program the district buys. So that bottom level is physiological needs, and on there's food, clothing, shelter, warmth, and the topic of tonight, air. So I'm here to talk about how air works in our district. There are some classrooms in this district that have mold. Your child may have them on their schedule, that's the room that they are taught in. That's not the room that they were taught in this past year, some of them. Some classes were taught in a cafeteria. Some classes were taught in a library in certain buildings. And parents probably have no idea that that's the way their kids were taught in those types of settings rather than a classroom. In the room that I taught in a different building where air quality did not meet the needs of the students in my room and in other rooms within that building. So there was zero air conditioning, zero air circulation in my room. I taught 3 grades, 6, 7, and 8 in that classroom. The windows did not open. The windows did not shut that first year. The second year that I was there, we were able to get that corrected. The windows did open in most of the rooms. However, there's no screens. I had kids with bee allergies that would travel throughout the building. If there are no screens and there's no circulation, then you cannot open that window if the child has the bee allergy. What are you going to do? We couldn't get ventilation from the hallway, by the way, lockdown procedures. Our doors have to be locked at all times shut in the event that an intruder enters the building. So no ventilation, windows that don't open, screens that don't exist, bee allergies, testing in these rooms. Final exams were in my room. I-ready testing was done in my room and in the other rooms that did not function correctly with the air. I've had students this year, 8th grade, who scored at a 5th grade level in September for reading, who scored at a kindergarten level in June because they were out cold sleeping. I've had kids sleep in my classroom, snore in my classroom, drool in my classroom, especially after lunch, because at times it was 88 degrees inside that room. Teachers don't control the air temperature. Administrators don't control the air temperature. It's farmed out to a different company, some phantom company somewhere in the world that controls it for us. I have not seen it work for more than 2 weeks at any one time. So what do you need to do as a parent? It's know that it's not equitable for those classrooms where the air does work and kids are taught, they learn optimally because they can breathe. It's just that simple. It's not rocket science. In the classrooms like mine or the classrooms with mold in other buildings, then, you know, they're not learning because they're not awake or they're not functioning at full capacity. If they're not feeling nauseous, they're feeling sleepy. Every child, no. Many children, yes. You as a parent, I would strongly urge you as a parent to check the classrooms that your child is in. Have the HEPA filters been changed? I mean, the district got $11 million from the government. I checked with 2 people in high places to make sure my number was in the ballpark, 11 million. Where did it go? It was not spent to correct some of these problems. We keep going in a circle over and over and over and over, no matter what is purchased, no matter what is taught. If teachers had magic wands, it still wouldn't work if a child can't breathe. So I urge you to find out, ask the superintendent, and you can ask your administrator as well, although I personally believe that the superintendent is very receptive to these questions, and go from there.